Hi, I'm Tyson Franklin, and I hope you've been enjoying my weekly videos. If you are, please click the subscribe button so you don't miss any. And if you hit the bell icon, you'll be reminded every time a video is released. Today, I want to talk about guaranteeing the pathway and not the result. This is extremely important for new and recent graduates. So if you employ a new or recent graduate, get them to watch this video, but also sit down with them and explain this process. If you're a new and recent graduate, pay attention. So what we're talking about here is sometimes you'll be explaining a treatment plan to a patient, and the patient will often say, can you guarantee the results? And this is when sometimes new and recent graduates will sort of get a bit weak at the knees. They'll start to shake a little bit, might sweat, and which is even worse when you have no hair. If you start to sweat, it's really obvious. But what you need to understand, when a patient actually asks you that question, you cannot guarantee a result, because there's so many variables with the patient. Are they doing what you told them to do at home? If you gave them stretches or strengthening exercises, are they doing them? If they're supposed to be wearing their orthotics, are they wearing them? What sort of footwear are they wearing? What else are they doing outside of the clinic when you're not there watching them? That's the variables and why you can't guarantee the result. But what you can guarantee is the treatment pathway. You can say to a patient, based on experience, based on other patients I've seen, based on other patients I've seen treated in this clinic, if you follow the pathway that I set, this is going to be the result. More chance of it actually being a great result at the end of it. Now, it's the same pathway that you can guarantee that if they do not follow your advice, you can say, from experience, I know that if you do not follow my advice, this is what may happen to you in the future. So it's almost like the two futures model that I've spoken about once before, where you can have a pathway of good foot health or a pathway of bad foot health by not following the advice. So that's what you need to explain to the patient. You explain the treatment plan, tell them why they need it. If they ask, can you guarantee the result? You say, well, what I can guarantee is, so don't say, no, I can't guarantee the result. Just say, well, what I can guarantee is the treatment pathway to get the best success, the best result for you with this specific problem. And if you start doing that, you're going to find the communication with the patient is a lot easier. They will never come back to you and say, oh, but you guaranteed that this would be 100% better. At no stage did you say that. What you're doing is guaranteeing a pathway for a successful result. The same way you could almost guarantee the pathway for an unsuccessful result if they don't follow your advice. This comes back to not just talking with your patients. This is life in general. When you're talking to anybody, they can give you a pathway to success. You're reading different books, you go to seminars. Well, they always say seminars don't work, workshops don't work, you work. So all they can do is give you the information and say, if you do this, the result in the end will be good. This is exactly what you're doing with your patients. When I'm talking to coaching clients, I've had some coaching clients that I've been with that have been working with me monthly for 2 to 3 years. Every single one of them, the results, well, their business is completely different to what it was when they first started. And with some of them, their results are just way beyond they ever thought they'd be. This is after a couple of years because they followed the pathway that I've set up. I've had other people that I've worked with that I might work with them for 2 months, 3 months. They feel they've got what they needed and they leave. But I don't know. I know that if they don't keep following the pathway that I had planned out, that it may just plateau. It may do nothing. Just remember this with your patients as well. It's a long-term thing. You can't just give them a pair of orthotics and say, hey, okay, see you later. Let's see how it goes. You prescribe the orthotic, you fit the orthotic, you review the orthotic, you keep in touch with the patient. You nurture that patient over a period of time. You stay in touch with them, because if you've set a pathway, a treatment pathway long-term, you want to make sure that they're actually following it and they're getting the results that you're wanting them to get. So just remember that in the end, you can guarantee the pathway, whether you're talking to a patient or I'm talking to a coaching client, but you can't guarantee the result because you don't know what they're going to do outside of your clinic. The same as I don't know what they do when we finish a coaching call. So take that on board. And if you've got new graduates, remember, sit them down and explain this to them. Guarantee the pathway, don't guarantee the result. Patient asks you, can you guarantee the result? Just move straight onto the pathway, stay on the path. If you stay on the path, things will always work out better. Okay, hope you get something from that. And like I said before, you're enjoying the videos, please click subscribe button and tell your podiatry friends, unless you have none. Then just keep watching the videos all by yourself. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.